Tamam.
First of all, Saadettin is my assistant and he has no headache. So what I will show you is how I deal or how you should be dealing when the client in the session says, I have pain. Not 1 or 2, but 4 or 5 or 6, it's increasing. So when he says this, we have to stop processing and do this. Now we are only going to deal with the head pain, no other muscle pain. So head pain means generally the head pain is either here, here, or here, or here. Or it begins here. Here means this is trapezius muscle. Trapezius muscle begins, sometimes begins here and goes up there. So if the client learns to intervene when the pain is here, it is very unlikely that he is going to have a migraine attack. So earlier, the intervention, the most probably the migraine or headache or muscle pain is inhibited. So this is important. So we are going to work with the muscles here at the neck, 2 sides, and here and here. Now, the most efficient way of beginning when the client has a pain is to begin with these 2 sides of the head. Now, this is muscle. This is muscle. So instead of using the points here, you will see them in the book you will find in the workshop. It is in Google. You can just get it from them. Claire Davis. So here we work, but not by points, but pressing the arms, the heads. So what we do is we do this. Now, if you do this, that is at the back, all the load here accumulates here, and you get very tired. If you approach the client and do this, the load is here, and these muscles are very strong, because these muscles in Serengeti, in Africa, 1 million years ago, used to fight. Do this. So the boxers are trained to make these muscles very, very strong, to hit more. So you do this, not like this, but like this. So you press and ask the client if that is okay. Saadettin, is this okay?
Okay.
Do you feel relaxed? Rahat hissediyor musun böyle?
Relax.
Okay, good. So this is about 10 seconds. So you leave, not like this, but very slowly. It is important. The feeling is much better if you do it slowly for the client. So you do this. You take the SAD from 0 to 10, the level before you begin, and then you ask if everything is okay. So he says yes, and then again. So you do this about twice, and you ask about the pain, and most probably the client will say it began going down. And you say, okay. So now you do the same thing to here, this muscle, and the back muscle. So, can you move the camera here? Okay, good. Now you do this time. Okay. And this is the curve of the head. This is neck. And you press the curve. And you press the here so that the head remains stable. Okay. And you ask the client if it is too painful or not. If he says yes, it should be. The pain, if there's pain, the pain should be 0 to 10 around 7. Not 9, not 10. And then you release. So this is how you go. If you go a couple of times, this, and this, most of the time you will see that the pain goes down. This is what generally happens most of the time. And then, just in case, for example, if the pain is around here, right of the head, then it means that the pain is triggered. This is why it is called trigger point therapy. The pain is here, but it is triggered from here. So you work with this more. So after working this, then you begin, if the pain is here, you begin on the right. If the pain is on the left, you begin at the left. So let us say it's on the right. So how we work is a couple of strategies. One is, most of the time, the pain here is triggered from right here. You see, now, you put it like this. Now, this is, you see, this is the bone. This is the skull, and this is the muscles. So you press with your finger, and you hold the head so that it doesn't go like this. So you press here. Saadettin, is there a pain there now?
Acı var mı orada?
No.
You don't have pain. Okay. You don't have headache. You don't have pain. So what happens generally, if the client has a headache, chronic headache, if you press here most of the time, the client will say, yes, I have a pain. And you need to ask, is it here that I press, or is it triggered? The clients will say, sometimes it is triggered, I feel it here. Sometimes the client will say both, that is where I press and triggered pain. And sometimes, no, only I have this. So we do this once or twice, and the pain should be 0 to 10, about 7 or maybe 8. It is important that the client does not do this because too much pain. We don't want this. It is not curable. And then you follow with your finger here, 1 centimeter each. So you begin here, and then 1 centime here again, and 1 centimeter again, 1 centimeter again. So you come here, and then you follow, you begin here, again, press, and press, And sometimes you do this, move 2 or 3 centimeters, right and left. You screen the pain, and then stay there for 7 seconds or whatever, and then again and again. So you go through this, and almost each time you ask, how's the pain? Most of the time, the pain, let us say it was 6, it is 0 almost. This couple of minutes or 10 minutes or whatever. If it continues, sort of, another source of pain, trigger points for headaches are here. You do this, and you do this, each time 7 seconds, and then ask the client if there is pain. If there is no pain, don't press, because it's useless. You lose time. If there is pain, yes. So this side and this side, left side, is cleaned. If it did not go, which is very rare, then you pressing here, you did the work. Here, this is the skull. You don't press the skull, but right next to it, you go from up to down, pressing. Again, 7 minutes each, 7 seconds. So this is the general way of working with the pain. If your finger is pain, or if you have needles, this is the pain instrument you're going to use in your sessions, and give one to your client. I made this with a marangos, nasıl derler? The guy who works with wood, the workshop with wood, mobilia, or anyway, they do this very, very easily, and it's very cheap. So this is wood. So you do this if your finger is pain. So you do this with your hand, which is much easier. And then you give this to your client and show him how to use himself. That is how he uses.
Bir dakika.
I did this, felt the pain, and then moved a little bit to the right. Now I feel again. Stay there for some time, 7 seconds. Now there's no pain, so I don't use. I go here, no pain. Here, oh yes, here, pain. So you press. So if the client uses this twice a day, the therapy, speeds up. So, bye-bye.
Saadettin, thank you.
Bye bye.